Good morning, Blue Table fans.
Good morning, Blue Table.
And welcome to a proprietous and G-rated morning show.
Yes.
The previous morning show has been completely erased.
Obliterated, in fact.
That's right. And if it seems like we've been crying, it's because we were crying with laughter about 2 minutes ago. It's very funny.
Such an evil laugh.
Stalking my own wife. Sean, someone's following me. Yeah, I know, it's me. I gotta hang up now. I'm trying to follow you. I think it's Richard M. Nixon. Yeah, I'm wearing a Richard M. Nixon mask.
That's where we stopped the joke.
That's right.
The end.
And then it went downhill from there. So anyway, my daughter is coming up on 2 years old. She's adorable, as everybody knows. And she was out on the back porch with me, and I said, Willow, come on inside. And she went like this. She stamped her little foot, and she went, ah!
Oh no.
That's all she can manage because she's not contrary. Like, she's so sweet and obedient and kind and, you know, compliant that she doesn't, it's like she wants to say no, but she won't do that. She just goes, like almost like it's a question. I'm like, oh, there she goes. She's entered the phase. And the terrific twos.
It's going on for about 13 years.
And they are terrific. They're just into everything at that age. Like, she wants to run around in circles on the kitchen. She wants to run everywhere. Yep. She wants to run. So that's my news. Now you do something.
Took a drive up the canyon. And it's gorgeous, and it's fall, and it's lovely, and I enjoyed it very much.
That's a
and I've
thing.
decided I need to really get in the mountains because I miss the eastern fall, and it's the only place you can see it out here. So, so that was really nice. My husband and I did that yesterday.
Fall is awesome in Utah.
Oh, I love it. Well, you have to get into the mountains, though, I think.
Oh, yeah, definitely in the mountains.
Otherwise, it's just sort of brown.
Yeah. Well, you look at all the old Pioneer pictures, and this was all sagebrush.
Yeah, it's all just desert and growth.
So all the trees are like planted. So old trees are really not too old. Well, but if they've been growing since Pioneer days, wouldn't that be 150 years?
Yeah, no, I think that we probably
Up in Salt Lake, you have huge trees.
Yeah,
But
and the babies
down here in new communities.
Yeah, they're not that, haven't been around that long probably. Well, this isn't new. Spanish Fork's been around a long time.
Because it was farmland mostly.
There's
So
a lot
that's
of
what you
old
have.
ones,
You have
though.
developments come in, they
The ones down
plant the trees.
the main street,
Yeah.
the what do they call those? Boulevard trees?
Right.
Those are pretty.
I'm going
And
with that.
Halloween's coming, and my kids are trying to decide what we're all going to be because they want to do a theme. So the first idea was that we were going to do Alice in Wonderland, Mad Hatter,
Oh,
like the whole,
that
like we
sounds
were
like
all
so
playing
much
all
fun.
the different parts. And then the other idea, which is more recent, is that we will all be video game heroes, like Mario and Luigi, and you know, everything, just like be all these people. And then
I like
my little
Alice in
daughter will be
Wonderland.
the video game player. She'll be in her jammies and her hat and have the remote coming out of her pocket.
That's actually
Like do Super
really
Nintendo,
clever.
for example,
Right.
as the theme. So,
That is clever. So what do you guys think? What theme should Sarah's family do? So we were all the girls want to be witches in our family. So I was thinking the boys should be witch hunters, but I don't think people will get that. I don't think they'll really understand it. So then I said,
Could be a little
well,
scary.
we could all dress up as black cats, right? But I don't think the
Spandex?
boys are going to want to dress up as black cats.
Yikes.
So I really don't know what I want to be for Halloween. I enjoyed
about
dressing up as
warlocks?
a devil. There was that too. But I mean, it's so cliched. Like I love your Alice in Wonderland idea. Something themed like that.
What about
We've
like
done
the
Wizard
Wizard?
of Oz
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
before as a family.
We
I
did
was
the
Tin
Addams
Man.
Family. Did I ever tell you about that?
Oh no.
I was thinking I've talked about that before. We did the Addams Family one year. It was very cool. We were all, I was Morticia, and my husband was...
Oh wow, that's hard to imagine. How did you get your youthful
what's the
glow
name of the guy?
to quit coming through?
So we just whited everything down, and I had long hair, and I think I did a wig though too, so it would be really, really long.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I had the dress that had spider lace behind
Right, the
me
train.
that I walk.
Wow.
It was very fun, and my husband was Gomez, and he had the little tiny mustache.
Oh wow, that's
So
great.
let's see. My brother Jonathan, who you've met, he was Lurch. He dark around his eyes, and he's really tall, and he's just he did the whole Lurch thing. My brother Harry was cousin, but what's
Yeah.
his, not cousinette, the other guy, light bulb in his mouth. the whole
Fester?
thing. Fester.
Yeah,
We had a big
Fester.
furry coat, and he shaved his head bald.
Are you kidding me?
No,
He
no, no.
shaved?
He shaved his head completely
That's
bald. for it.
dedication to the part.
My sister Ivana, who you've met, she was
Right.
grandma, and she did blacked out her teeth, and she had a crazy wig, and she was perfect.
That is outstanding. What a neat
then-
thing.
Because they lived with me. I'm like they were in transition from college during the time, or back home for the weekend. So we had a big party. We invited the entire neighborhood, hundreds of people, and then my little kids were Wednesday, because they're girls, and then
No
the
way.
youngest one, we didn't have anybody to be Wednesday's brother,
boy.
whatever his name
What
is,
is his name?
whatever.
No idea.
But it was after the movie had come out, and so Karen was a baby, and she was pubert. So she had
Oh, no
a three-piece
way.
suit, and we drew a little mustache on.
We
We were adorable. Do you want to hear the really sad tragedy?
Oh, okay.
All of our pictures
No.
were lost by the place that was developing them. We got someone else's pictures of their wedding.
That's horrible.
Yes.
Oh, that's
All of them,
horrid.
too, are also found.
Well, somewhere out there, someone's opening their wedding album, being like, "Yeah, this is what we got
So we
back."
got, so
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
I'm very much in the mood
That
for
would be quite
Halloween.
a wedding thing. Well, because the weather has changed the
Yeah,
last
I think
week.
that's why.
Like
'Cause you can
summer
feel it, you
is
can smell it.
gone. Summer is
nice.
out of here.
It's still been
Oh,
kind of
it just hit me.
on and off
Our
the road.
family is going to dress up like the characters from My Name Is Earl. That'll be awesome.
Oh boy.
That's Sarah's. I can read Sarah when she thinks
it's
it's not a
pretty
really
easy.
good idea. Oh, wow, you sure you really want to do that? But she knows I'm so stubborn.
That I just have to shut
That-
up because it'll definitely happen.
Yeah. That she knows a head-on assault is useless.
That's true. Backdoor approach.
That she's got to, kind of
Yeah, kinda
work
coming-
around the,
Well,
and I
what
do
about
come
this
around. The
idea,
next day I
Sean?
go in and I'm like, yeah, you know what you were saying is completely reasonable. So, oh, hey, check this out. I had this dream last night. Oh, yeah, we're going down this road. But it's funny. So I had this dream that my wife and I are at, like, Adepticon. We're at this really nice convention center. It's really crowded, and we get to this really nice room, right? She says, hey, I need to go out and get whatever it is. And I'm like, oh, okay. So out in the hall, I see the rest of the crew are there. And Brig and Ren come in, and they're like, hey, we brought our magic cards, right? So I'm sitting at the table, and in the hotel room playing Magic with Brig. He's, of course, beating me, which is
Something he does.
a recurring anxiety nightmare that I have, right? That I just, like, he's always has the right card, right? And so anyway, my wife comes back, and she says, oh, no, not this again. And that's it.
Up and it would be 20 years later, and you'd have a beard, and you're
Yeah.
still playing Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that not this again comes from our honeymoon, which is we had our honeymoon up in Salt Lake, and I was like, hey, let's just go by a game shop really quick. Now, depending on who you ask, we were there 15 minutes or we were there 2 hours. So I'm going with 15 minutes because that was what it was.
No comment.
And that's where I picked up my first Magic cards. And I was reading the rule book on our honeymoon. Yeah, portent of things to come. You know, I'm not really proud of that moment. It's like, honey, you're blocking the light. I'm trying to read this rule book here.
That's terrible,
Yep.
actually.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty
Great
well.
memories. Well, I'm making it up to her now. That's the big thing. Really, it's the long run that really counts. And
Yes.
Tammy does seem to be like, she's getting the sense now that all the suffering is paying off.
Oh, that's a good thing.
That, I'm 41, I got some stability, I've got my act together, I've been tenderized, my soul is tenderized.
And it's some stability in a field you enjoy.
I love kids. This is like a giant steak that's been tenderized. That's
Oh, do we have to add that to
what
our
I'm imagining. What?
list of
Oh, universal sign
universal
language?
sign language?
That means neon gun.
I can't remember what the big bear growling thing
It was this.
Yeah,
And that's bear digging through cooler.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and we've got other ones too. I
There's
can't
others, but
can't remember
We don't
now.
use them enough.
All right, now you say something interesting.
I have been.
What?
You weren't listening?
Oh, that's so bad. Hey, let's talk about the studio and what's going on. Terrain table is blank, so we're ready
Currently.
for terrain projects again.
Yep, so.
And there's that. What else?
Yeah.
Lots of armies up for sale. I'm
We do.
getting
Actually,
a
a lot of
high elf
stuff's been
army
added
on
on
a
thanks
trade
to
back.
Shannon. A lot of stuff has gotten up on the website, so
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Shannon undertook the mammoth task
The
of
big, horrible
documenting
nightmare.
and putting up for sale pretty much all of the miscellaneous figures in the entire
That's
studio.
kind of been sitting there as
I
needing
think
to
about
be done, and
100
we haven't done it.
entries.
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to
And
look
they're-
at.
They're bargain
Take a
basement.
look. Yeah.
Because people want to get a figure from us,
Yeah.
and they say, Sean, can you just do this one figure? But that ends up being per figure, the one, way more expensive than just doing like a squad or something.
It works out, yeah,
What
a
you
lot
really
better
wanna
to
do-
do something like a little bit bigger set. You want to pick up one of our other things.
Right. Yeah, the things that have already been painted that have been around for a while, those are where the bargains are. Basically, I have some figures out for like $4 each, so that's really good. Really, no excuses. Come on, people.
Come on. Take care of this stuff.
We need to replenish the pizza fund.
Is there a pizza fund? Why didn't I get told?
Yeah, it's called I Just Buy the Pizza.
Oh, that's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't put it in a sock and hide it in the freezer.
Shannon and I had an idea that we might just bring up in reference that there is a packing demo somewhere for those that are shipping in packing boxes of packing that might help you a little bit.
Really? I bet that's on one of the
I
computers
think
still somewhere.
I think we made one at one point, or we will if needed, of how to pack your figures so that they arrive here well. Just like when you get your figures, you want to open it up and it's awesome. When we get your figures that you want us to paint, it's really cool if they're still in pretty much one piece. We can repair a lot of things, but we've had a few
This
things
isn't
come
a giant problem.
that were obliterated. Yeah, it's not a giant problem, but it'd be kind of cool to have how
Wow.
to pack.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, tell Sean you're interested, and maybe we'll add that.
I want to thank you for telling people that some packages arrive obliterated. That'll really boost the confidence.
Okay, very few.
That
I'm sorry. Cut it
hardly
all out.
ever happens.
Cut it out,
It's
then.
supremely rare. Yeah, but I don't want to edit the video. I'm too lazy nowadays. I just want to plop it right in there.
Okay, it's not often, but occasionally we look in a box and we're like, oh wow, okay, it's a little worse than.
We do have a Hall of Fame for packing materials. We've got,
Although those came
we had
through
diapers,
unbroken, so,
not used,
you
they
know.
were just diapers
Clean
as
diapers.
packing.
We figured it
well,
must
think
be a
about
young
it.
guy.
Someone's in their house. People don't keep packing peanuts around. And so what are you going to use? Paper
Yeah.
towels is a
It
common
was like
one.
$6 worth of diapers. so-
Newspaper, oddly, is really good. Just crumpled
Yeah.
up newspaper is some of the
Newspaper
best
works good.
packing material
We've had a
in terms
dress.
of that. A
We did
dress?
put that on somebody once.
Yeah, let's.
Used clothes. Okay, sorry.
So, clothes.
He tells me to talk.
Now
and
there's
then you
got to
see
be
what happens?
editing.